At Bill's tackle shop, evening. As David walks through the front door of Bill's fishing and tackle shop, a cowbell clings away throughout the run-down shop, where various fishing products line up against the walls and through 3 aisles. Bill, a short, stubby, 300-pound man, sits on a stool behind the counter, peers above his book to see who's just entered. Bill, hello there, little fella. David, hello. David's eyes wander around, checking out the hooks, rods, reels, and fake fish lining the walls. Bill, what can I do for ya? David, what are those? David points to the fake fish in a large barrel. Bill, why those? They're rubber minnows, or lures. David, they look like little fish. Bill, well, that's the point. They're bait, but only the fake kind. David looks at the rods behind Bill. David, you have a lot of fishing rods. Do you fish with them? Bill, me? Bill chuckles a hearty laugh with phlegm gurgling down his throat. Bill, not me, but I sell them. Do you fish any? David, uh-huh. My grandpa's teaching me right now. He's a champion bass fisherman. Bill, what's your grandpa's name? David Henry Dean. Bill's eyes widen with awe. Bill Henry Dean? You're Henry Dean's boy? David? Uh-huh. Bill takes a good look at David. Bill, you have your grandpa's eyes. David smiles and approaches Bill. David, I was just wondering if there were any fishing competitions. 54. Bill starts to laugh. Bill, your grandpa's getting back in the game. Again? Well, that's some news. David, well, not really. He's too old. Beat. David nods. Bill smiles. Bill, are you going into a competition? Bill, it runs in the family. Well, there's one for grown-ups, but as for kids, that won't happen until next year. David's face sinks. David, is it just for grown-ups? Bill, well, I'd imagine. Most of the contestants are as old as me, and I'm pretty old. Have a look right here. Bill hands David a flyer, which reads, Bass Fishing Tournament. David, O Bass Fishing Tournament. 4th of July. David, V.O. 4th of July weekend. Winner, $50,000. David, winner, $50,000. 55. David's eyes light up as he looks at Bill. Bill, uh-huh. Not bad, huh? We often have these tournaments, but as you see on sign, David continues reading. 2nd place, $0. David, oh, 2nd place, $0. David looks up at Bill. Bill, that's right. There's no prize money for 2nd and below. David continues reading. Registration fee, $500 per contestant. David, V.O. Registration fee, $500. David looks up at Bill. David, I don't see an age requirement. Bill, well, that. Bill looks into paper over David's head. Bill, well, son, you are right. It doesn't say anything about age restriction. I don't see why you can't enter. David's face brights up and smiles. He skips out of the shop. David, thanks, Mr. Bill. Bye, kid. Outside town, in front of a bank, Evening Henry is coming out of a bank with shaking his head. He changes facial expression. He looks at camera. Henry, when you need a help for a financing from a bank or any other financial companies in short period of a time, this is what usually happened. You cannot get even a loan for small amount. I know this happens to anybody. Let's not our children worry about it and work way out of this scenario. Henry goes back to acting. David skips across the street to Henry's truck. David, Grandpa? Grandpa? Henry opens the truck door and turns around. Henry, so what did you find? David starts waving the flyer in the air. David, there's a competition coming up. Look. David hands the flyer to Henry. Henry starts reading. Henry, this is in a couple of months. David, uh-huh. Henry, well, we better train harder. David smiles. David, did you read the prize? Henry, $50,000. We can save that money for your college tuition. Beat. Henry smiles. David smiles back. David, I just want that trophy. You can have the money. Henry, son, I know you overheard my conversation with that man who came over earlier, and I want you to know that everything will be all right. Okay, David? Are we going to lose the house, Grandpa? Henry. No, David. But how are you going to get the money? Henry, David. Don't ever worry about money, because money won't ever worry about you. Henry. Now come on, let's have a good time tonight, and tomorrow we'll practice again. David. Okay, Grandpa. They get into the truck and drive off. At Japanese restaurant, evening, Shinji, Yumiko, and Emi are sitting at a table in the Japanese restaurant. Henry and David enter. The hostess, wearing a colorful kimono, guides them to Shinji, Yumiko, and Emi's table. Shinji and Yumiko stand. Shinji. So glad you both could make it. Henry. Oh, thank you. This place brings back memories. Emi. Hi, David. David takes a seat next to Emi. David. Hi, Emi. Hi. Hello. Yumiko. Henry. Shinji. Well, have a seat. Henry takes a seat next to Shinji. Yumiko. So I heard you boys had a good time today. Henry. Oh yeah, Shinji's a fast learner. Shinji. Oh no. David here is the fast learner. Yumiko. Will you be practicing every day now? Henry. Well, David, he found a fishing competition. David. It's in 2 weeks. Shinji. Oh, well, you better practice hard. Yumiko. That's too soon, don't you think? Henry. Yes, it is. Maybe you can help me, Shinji. Shinji, I'd love to. Henry. We can try out your new lures and minnows. Yumiko. How wonderful. The waitress brings a plate full of assorted sushi. Shinji. I hope you don't mind that I ordered for all of us. Henry. Oh no, not at all. With a disgusted look on his face, David points to a sushi that looks like a brown tongue. David. What's that? Shinji, Yumiko, and Emi start to laugh. Henry. David. Shinji. Oh, it's all right. Yumiko. Emi doesn't eat that for the same reason. 60. Emi. It's because it looks yucky. Shinji. It's called uni, sea urchin. Henry. I love sea urchin. May I? Shinji. Of course. Let's all try. They all grab their chopsticks and take one. David stares at his chopsticks, confused. David, can I have a fork? Emi. Here, watch. Emi teaches David how to use the chopsticks. Shinji, Henry, and Yumiko have a bite of the uni. Henry. This is delicious. I haven't had uni since I was in the service. Shinji. Please eat more. Yumiko. We ordered this for all of us. They all start eating. Henry, Shinji, and Yumiko eat away, while David stares at the raw fish with distaste. Emi eats away, laughing at David. The waitress brings the deep-fried sushi, which David happily eats. Shinji. You like the deep-fried sushi, huh? David nods his head. David, I like my fish cooked. Emi. But you didn't even try the raw stuff yet. Emi grabs a salmon sushi. Emi, here, eat this. David shakes his head. Emi, stop being a baby. Here. Emi dips it in some soy sauce. Emi. This'll make it taste better. David takes a bite. David. Hey, it's not bad. David starts eating away. They all start laughing. David. I've never had raw fish before. Shinji. The first time is always difficult, but once you've had it. Yumiko. It's not so bad anymore. David points to a sushi that has a whitish color and striations running down it. David. What's that? Emi. It's squid. David. That's squid? Henry. He tasted squid. Sweet. Chewy. David sees Shinji eating the uni. David. What's that black stuff wrapped around the sushi? Shinji. It's seaweed. We call it nori in Japanese. David. I want to try that. Emi. Ew. It looks disgusting. David. Grab uni. David. I'm out of soy sauce. Shinji. Dip it in mine. Emi. Here's the bottle. David dips the uni into Shinji's sauce. Emi. Wait. It has. David pops it into his mouth. Emi. Wasabi. David's face turns red hot as tears start to run from his eyes. David. Oh my. They all start to laugh hysterically. Henry. Well, he had to learn somehow. David starts to drink his water. David. My nose. Shinji. Your sinuses will be clear. David, what's wasabi? Emmy, it's like hot sauce, but the Japanese kind. Shinji, it's made out of horseradish mixed with hot mustard. Yumiko, the horseradish is grown in water. Shinji, not in the ground. Yumiko, it's to enhance the flavor of the fish. Henry shakes his head. Henry, I'll stick with regular horseradish. It's safer. Japanese restaurant, night. Standing outside of the restaurant, Henry, Shinji, Yumiko, David, and Emmy say their goodbyes. Henry, thank you for inviting us tonight. David, can we come here more, Grandpa? Henry, of course. Shinji, well, I'm glad you both enjoyed. Shinji, well, we better be going. Thank you again. Henry and Shinji shake hands. Shinji, Shinji Pato? Shinji, night, David. Sleep well. Good night. Henry and David get into the truck and drive off.